Tunas are the athletes of the sea. They have a tremendous ability to swim. They are able to produce heat through their muscular work. They have the physiology of a very hyperactive animal. On top of that, they are the most profitable form of aquaculture there is. Nobody pays more than what they pay for tuna. Tuna have been rising in demand for a number of years, and the topic is controversial. However, aquaculture can be used to make a more sustainable production of this species. If you work with closed cycle cultivation, if you feed them formulated diets, what you are doing is providing a permanence and sustainability to this industry.
Tunas in general are overexploited. They are overfished, so growing them in controlled conditions in a closed cycle is the only hope for this species to get safe from extinction. And using these formulated diets is part of the puzzle to get to that point.
Our soybean farmers have been doing trials with various species of fish for a number of years, and we've fed cobia, we've fed sea bass, we've fed yellowtail. We've always known that tuna would be the most challenging species. They're like the lion of the sea, and they're very finicky on what they eat. So trying to figure out how to feed tuna was very important to us, especially once we learned that researchers have learned how to hatch tuna from eggs.
Part of the problem with tuna farming is that we need to get a supply of eggs from hatchery rather than going to the wild and getting them. So my job is to help improve our ability to get those tuna eggs all the way through to a size that you could stock in a cage, so you wouldn't have to get them from the wild. The other challenges for production of tuna and any other fish is getting a feed for them that's cost effective, is healthy for the fish, and is good for the environment, both in terms of where you got the feed and what comes out of the other end of the fish and what it does to the ocean. And we've made progress on that too.
All this research being done with the tuna feed formulations is relatively new and hasn't been done before, or hasn't had a lot done before. And this is a way we can help, with using our funding to provide research to help develop these new ways of feeding fish.
So here we are, our soy farmers are out here working with the tuna ranchers, learning from the tuna farmers, working together. We think that we can continue to develop some new techniques and some research and be able to reduce the amount of sardines that we keep feeding the tuna year after year, because in the end it's not sustainable. We can't continue to feed tuna sardines over and over again, but we think soy could be part of the solution.
We can have better quality fish by feeding them formulated diets. We can produce better color animals. We can produce higher levels of omega-3 fatty acids. We can use fish oil replacements that reduce the fish in, fish out ratio. So from many perspectives, it's way more sustainable.
Oye, el producto, el que tiene soya, pues sí lo está aceptando en el pescado y pues va lento, pero va su mejoría ahí.
Compared to the usual approach, which is fresh or frozen sardines, the fish react to this feed in a really good way. We are really excited about this behavior, and we think we have an angle here.
Many people have tried feeding various formulated diets, but they are either too expensive or the animal absolutely rejects them. So to my knowledge, this is the first diet that they actively take, and it is economically feasible to feed the fish.
In general, eating farm fish of any kind, including tuna, is actually much healthier for the environment than eating wild tuna. It's a much more efficient use of the lowest level of the food chain, because you get a better food conversion feeding that lower level to the tuna than you would if it ate the wild fish that ate the wild fish that ate the wild fish. And even better is if you develop a feed that doesn't involve those things or involves less of the wild fish.
We think this farmer-to-farmer effort is going to really pay off big for all of us by learning that we can continue to have tuna in our diets and continue to maintain the health of the oceans at the same time. We can have it all if we work together and continue to learn how to produce sustainable feed.
Through responsible aquaculture, we can take away some of that pressure on wild fisheries and supply the market with what it's asking for, and in a price reasonable form. Today I'm very excited to participate in this project because we are part of the equation that will provide permanence and sustainability to this industry so that my kids are able to witness these magnificent animals in the wild environment.